Hi everyone, this is my presentation for Module 6. So I decided to change my community to something that had to do with more of an online community and encourage social media interaction. So I chose to do the online community for the reality show of The Voice. Some facts, social media facts, which I thought were pertain to the presentation. After they go through the auditions and they start the actual competition, there's 64 artists or contestants, and they all have to have accounts on Facebook and Twitter and write blogs on NBC.com, and they're encouraged to interact with fans through social media. The four coaches, Blake Shelton, Adam Levine, Usher, and Shakira, all also have accounts on Twitter and Facebook, as does the host Carson Daly. And the show, NBC The Voice, has accounts on just about every social media account. They're on Twitter, Facebook, Pinterest, Instagram, Tumblr, Google+, and YouTube. Also, something unique about the show, and which is why I wanted to focus on its online community for the class, is that they have a social media correspondent who's Christina Milian. And what they do is they devote a portion to each episode to checking in with social media. And by that, they check tweets from fans to the coaches, the contestants, and they have hashtags for the show that they encourage fans to use and tweet about. So they're very active on social media, and they want to get fans involved with the show. So one of the first things I did for this research was a Google search and came up with 3 primary topics that kept coming up over and over, as well as you'll see they came up again throughout the presentation. The first thing that I saw a common topic was the new coaches. If you're not familiar with the show, this year they replaced Christina Aguilera and CeeLo Green with Shakira and Usher. So there are a lot of articles on that. So I posted some sample results that I got as well. And there was a lot of information about last year's winner in particular, Cassadee Pope. She's going on tour with Rascal Flatts this year, so there was a lot of articles about that. As well as former contestants or fan favorites. For example, last year, Chris Mann was on the show, and he's airing a PBS special, and that keeps coming up a lot as well in my searches. So the next site I went to for research was socialmention.com. And these results came up with a lot of YouTube videos. For example, I got a lot of promo commercials that have been airing on TV. I think there was one during the Super Bowl, promoting the new season and the 2 new coaches. And then there were also a lot of YouTube interviews. This one was from Pop Sugar, which is an online celebrity news channel on YouTube. And they have an interview with Cassadee Pope on her new album. And then when I searched NBC The Voice on Social Mention, I thought it was interesting that it came up with these top keywords. Usher and Shakira, again, the new coaches who have been coming up a lot. YouTube, Wait, Reality, Epic. Basically a lot of what I found and what fans are talking about and what people are writing about for the new season. They're excited for the show to start. They're looking forward to seeing the new coaches and things like that. Also on Social Mention, it came up with a lot of tweets about the show. For example, it came up with information about last year's contestants. In particular, Brian Keith is having a concert in New York City. This is from @social in New York on Twitter. And then I also got a lot more from fans who were excited to go see his show and similar tweets regarding that. And again, more people who are excited for season 4. This person tweeted that they're so excited for season 4 of The Voice. And then season 4 with Usher and Shakira premiere soon. Love Shakira and Usher. Again, it's a lot of the same trends that I saw happening throughout each place I searched. Social Mention also came up with a lot of Facebook posts, and it was interesting to compare the Facebook with Twitter, what fans were saying, because as I showed on Twitter, they were talking more about the artists, what they're doing, and the new coaches. And I found on Facebook that a lot of the discussion was comparing the show to American Idol and saying that The Voice is better than American Idol, and people want to watch The Voice instead. For example, can't wait, American Idol's not that great this year. When does it start? Idol sucks. You guys should invite some of the Idol cast-offs. So a lot of comparison to the other competition show, which I didn't see on Twitter, which I thought was interesting. So for the process, the next thing I did was look at samepoint.com. Again, I saw a lot of the same discussion coming up. For example, 44% of people are discussing Cassidy Pope. 25% were talking about Adam Levine. And then you have past contestants being discussed. And again, the keyword I used was NBC The Voice. And here I got some different types of results. I got articles from the Huffington Post, some about the new judges and past contestants, and then also tweets and YouTube videos. Here's an article about one of the finalists last year, Chris Mann, who I think we saw earlier in a Google result about his PBS special. From The Voice to PBS, reality TV might save arts in America. So there's an article on him and his upcoming TV special. Also from samepoint.com, I came up with results from blogs and websites devoted to The Voice. And the first thing that I found was a fan blog devoted to the show called Big Red Chairs. So I'll pull that up. Then we can look. So this is the Big Red Chairs fan blog created by Brittany Frederick. A lot of news about the show, what the judges are doing, and what former contestants are doing. So for example, there's Blake Shelton's going to guest star on Malibu Country. Again, Chris Mann's PBS special, as well as headlining tour. What last year's winner is doing in her new album. The new judges, or coaches rather. Just general information about the show, which also had things that came up in my search results as well. The next website that I found through searching on SamePoint was wetpaint.com, which is an entertainment news site I never seen before and came up in my search. And they have a page specifically devoted to The Voice. So I can bring that up as well. So as you can see here, they have information about the coaches, some performances, gossip, the contestants. They have, for example, an American Idol alum is auditioning. A former contestant has a new single on iTunes. And just information about past contestants, coaches, what they're doing. So I thought that was interesting as well. So now I'm going to go through the social media platforms that The Voice is active on. This is their Twitter page. They have over 1 million followers. They post videos and pictures as well. And they ask questions of the fans. What do you think of our Facebook cover photo? And they get fans talking about the coaches and the upcoming season on Twitter. They also have a Facebook page. It has over 5.1 million likes. They have a Pinterest account, which not too many likes, it says 60. But I also thought was interesting was that each of the coaches also has a Pinterest page. They're on Instagram as well. Here's the mobile and the web version. And they're also on Tumblr. And this is their Tumblr page, which also has links to their other accounts. And this is their YouTube channel. As I said, I saw a lot of search results of YouTube videos, so it's fitting that they have a channel. And they get a lot of views, as you can see over here. Oops, sorry. And then they're also on Google+, and this is their page. So this is just a little wrap-up conclusion. As I said, through searching the different social media websites, I found that the results that primarily came up were YouTube videos or tweets from Twitter. So I concluded that those are the two most dominant social media platforms for NBC The Voice. And I was also surprised by a few things throughout this process. One of the things was the keywords or search terms. I was surprised that I had to refine it many times. The first time I just searched The Voice, I thought that would come up with a lot of results. I didn't think I needed to refine. I thought that was pretty self-explanatory. But it turns out, which I didn't realize, many other countries have their own version of the show The Voice. So I got a lot of results from Indonesia or the UK and other countries, and I only wanted to focus on the US. So I tried a few times. I tried The Voice USA, but that didn't really come up with anything. So I found NBC The Voice was the best keyword for me to use. And finally, to conclude this presentation, why I chose this community for the rest of the course, because I'm a fan of the show, and I watch it with my friends, and we also interact and discuss it through social media, which the show encourages and is part of their brand, being active on social media, and they want to be able to connect with the fans of the show and get the fans talking through social media with the contestants and coaches, which I also think is important. So I'm looking forward to doing more research on this. And it will also be interesting to see that when the show premieres at the end of the month, research more and see how it's changed when more people are interacting through social media about The Voice. So that's my presentation, and I'm looking forward to reading everybody else's as well.